Hey, good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. It's Ava. This video isn't gonna be super happy. It's not gonna be something you probably want to watch if you're feeling down or depressed. Maybe. It is kind of a triumphant story, but there's a lot of negativity, so if that might bother you, please click away. Please don't watch this video. I have sat down and made this video multiple times. I have tried so hard to say what I want to say, but it's so difficult. And I know you can hear my daughter's little toy, so I apologize for that. The reason I am raising my sister, who is now 15, and I started raising her when she was 11. The reason is because our mom and her dad, my stepdad, are gone. They both passed away at different times. Like I said, I started raising my sister when she was 11, not alone. I was helping my mother at that time. I was living here in California, and my mother, stepdad, and sister all lived in South Dakota. And I went there to visit, and while I was there, I saw my stepdad. He wasn't doing well at all mentally, so I stayed. I got a job, and my first day at work, he killed himself. My stepdad, he walked outside of our home while I was at work and my mother was at work, and he hugged my sister while she was outside playing. And I think he told her he loved her. He walked back inside, and my mom had been trying to call me to ask me how my day at work had gone, but I was still there, so I didn't answer, so she called my sister, and my sister was like, well, my dad, he's, in your guys' bedroom, and their bedroom was in a basement, and my mom saw some red flags there and came home. She talked to him through the door because he had bolted the door shut in the window. I think there may have been more than one window. And she kept saying, open the door, and he kept saying, no, go back to work, everything's fine. She called the police and continued talking to him, and then he just said, go back to work, everything's fine, turned up the TV, and hung himself from the basement stairs. That happened on May 23rd of 2014, and my mom lost it. She just stopped caring about herself and her physical health, mental health, and I stepped up tremendously. I took my sister to work with me. I got jobs where I could take her to work. I worked 7 days a week. I did everything. I did everything around the house. I just tried to make my mom's life so easy because she was heartbroken, and so was I, so was my sister. But my mom needed help, and I knew that, and I was the only one there helping her. Her family was not helping her. They may have thought they were, but they were just causing her more harm. My mom and stepdad both had mental illness. They used prescription medication from their doctors to cope with that, and they'd used it for like 20 years, so they'd become addicted and kept using more and more and more. My stepdad could not drive. He could barely walk up a flight of stairs before he had passed. My mother, she slurred constantly. She would drink with her medication. And this was after my stepdad had passed. She started doing this, and I just watched her go downhill. She was reckless with men. She was reckless with drugs. She was reckless with alcohol. And that's what got her killed. my mother decided to stay home from work one day. I came home, and it was on January 9th of 2016, so almost 2 years after my stepdad had passed. And my mom stayed home from work. I got home from work, and she was like, oh, well, I just didn't feel like going into work today. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, but I'm gonna go on a date with a guy. Okay, the guy's not her type by any means, and she went on a date with him. And I thought nothing of it, whatever. She had, gone to a bowling alley, and she had some alcohol. Came back home and used her typical medication that she would, to the point where she was slurring. And then she used something else, morphine, and she died in her sleep. So that was about a week and a half, 2 weeks after my sister turned 13. And at that point, my sister no longer had parents. I hope that my stepdad and my mom are better now. I hope that they got what they wanted. My sister and I are absolutely heartbroken. It's very difficult to want to live on my part, because how can your parents treat you that way? Like garbage. How can they act like they love you? My mom didn't even act like she loved me, but she acted like she loved my sister. And how can parents do that to you? They're supposed to be the people that do love you, And they're gone. So my mom passed away the morning, early morning of January 10th, and I came home. My sister had called the police because she walked in our mom's room and noticed she was not breathing. And ever since that day, I moved out with my sister into an apartment within a week or two of that happening. And then I went to court on the 25th of February to get legal custody. I was her guardian, temporary guardian, but I wanted to be her legal guardian, so I went to court. My mother's dad and mom are divorced. They have been forever, and her father got remarried, and her mother has a boyfriend. All four of them went against me in court to just bash me. They didn't even want custody of my sister. They just wanted to bash me and make me look like such a terrible person. They wanted to be able to tell me what to do raising my sister, even though I was the one raising her. They didn't want to actually raise her. They just wanted to still tell me what to do. And the judge said no. So since that day, we have never spoken to them. February 25th of 2016. It's been over 2 years, and I will never speak to them again. I would never acknowledge them. If I passed them on the street, they are dead to me. They're awful people. Raising my sister has been really hard. I was 21 when I started raising her, and I'm now 24. Well, I was 20 when she was 11, but when I legally started raising her, I was 21, almost 22. So it is difficult raising a teenager, especially when you're so young. But I wouldn't have it any other way. I am a very stable person. I don't use medication. I don't use any form of drugs. I don't even drink alcohol. So I like to think I'm a really good influence for her. But at the same time, I hate what our parents did. I wish they would have gotten help. And they both just denied it. They were offered therapy. They were offered help. They just wanted the drugs. That's it. They were drug addicts. And that has broken me inside. It's broken my sister inside. We both feel like we're unworthy. We're not worthy of love because our own parents couldn't love us. So why would anyone else? And I'm trying every single day to show her she is so worthy of love, even though I don't feel like I am. I give everything I have to her and to my daughter and to my fiance because I want them to know what love is. I want them to never feel the way I do inside. And I will do everything in my power to do so. I hope you didn't enjoy this video, but I thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I hope it gives you a better understanding of why I am raising my sister. I mean, a 24-year-old raising a 15-year-old, why? So I hope that helps. I hope it gives you a better understanding, and thank you for watching. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for just being there. You are amazing. You are a terrific person, and I hope that you stick around. So, thank you.